Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Nerds in a Podcast. And today we are back with another episode of The Boys. Everybody's favorite superheroes.
Yes, except the deep. He can go jump off a cliff.
Except the Deep. I hate that guy and his fucking disgusting popcorn bucket. Are you kidding me?
Popcorn
Who would buy
bucket.
that? Who would buy
Oh my
that?
god. Literally. You know what? Listen, it reminds me of the Dune popcorn bucket, minus all the
But
little
like
tentacle
so much
pieces.
worse.
Yeah, it is so much worse because it's the deep. But yeah, the second I saw that, disgusting. I don't like it. I sent it to all of my friends that watch it. Casey was like, I was literally gonna send you that, and like, beat you to it because my feed was like, here you
Here's
go.
the
I'm like,
deep popcorn bucket. I hate it.
why? Oh my god, I hate it so much. They might as well have just made a Cybertruck popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Like,
If you
no.
haven't seen it, if it's basically just his mouth wide open, that's it.
Yep. It's literally like his head with his mouth like wide open that you could fit your whole arm in there. It's terrible. I don't like it. I just no. I do like that uh everybody has sent me that clip of the popcorn bucket. I'm like, thank you. I hate it. And also all of the supernatural
Yes.
related clips from these episodes because we finally got to see Supernatural season 16, the Supernatural reunion. I'm really sad that it was only one episode long, and that's all we get.
Yeah. Rest in peace to all of them.
Yeah, everybody was exploded in one way or another. There was a lot of blood and guts in this episode, in the Supernatural episode, which was nice because I feel like the boys, somebody's always covered in blood or guts, but this was a lot of like, they had so many famous people, like they had a group of comedians,
Yeah.
like Seth Rogen was there, and I'm like, what are you doing here? But like, RIP, because in
Yeah.
that universe
Rest
he
in peace.
died. Yeah, and it was so funny. I love when Soldier Boy and Homelander have to do tasks together and they have to be in like a social situation because Soldier Boy is always just like cuz he loves him sex and drugs and substances of many kinds, and Homelander is like, absolutely not. Do not do not offer me cocaine. Do not offer me a drink. Don't touch me. And he just sits awkwardly like in
Yeah.
the corner. Just there skulking. I do love and also hate at the same time the baby oil
Yeah.
reference. I was like, ew. Gross, but also
I
hilarious in context
I
of the boys.
I know I feel like I say this every episode, but I love Soldier Boy so much. I love when the Deep is like just staring at him and he's like,
Yes.
"You want some knee pads?" And he's just so funny and vulgar and I love him so much.
Yeah, and I love he's like I want to say like in your face, but not actually in your face. He just like doesn't
Mhm.
give a crap about anything or anybody except himself. And it's absolutely hilarious because he just like does not give a frickety frack
No.
at all about anything.
I am a little worried cuz at the end of this last episode, which is episode what? 7? 6? 6 7? uh,
6. Oh my, get out. The podcast is ending. Unsubscribe, everybody. Get out of here. Don't come back.
This is the last episode.
We're canceled. Don't worry, I'll cancel us. This is it. This is it. 3 years, we're out.
Um
It's episode
yeah,
6.
he gave Homelander what we think is the V1.
The
Yes.
V1. Now, I did see somebody's theory because like giving Homelander the V1 is like giving like Thanos all of the Infinity
Yeah.
Stones. to take over the world. And I saw somebody's theory because we run into one of Soldier Boy's old colleagues
Bomb
whose
shelter
name is
or
this is it
bomb
bomb
site.
site?
Bomb shelter. That's close
Bomb
enough.
The confidence in which that was said was 10 out of 10. Bomb something or other, you know. I think
That would make
I'm
more
pretty sure
sense
it's
than
bomb
bomb
site.
shelter, I
But
guess.
so but we had like the whole thing was somebody was like bomb site has Jared Padalecki's character who's supposed to be like the really like effed up version of the Flash. Um he was like bomb site has a thing of V1. And now when he said this, I was thinking like he had like a small collection of V1 or like he gets cuz like in the beginning in the first season of the boys A Train um is a V addict. Like he's
Hmm.
constantly taking V and that's how he gets his high. So I thought it was going to be a situation like that where it's just like he has like, you know, like a block of
Hmm.
cocaine but it's V. And that's not at all what it was. It actually was a lot more romantic than that, but also very sad cuz Bombsight, he is one of like the OG people, so he doesn't age. He's like Soldier Boy. They just don't age. They're kind of immortal in that way. So they're kind of like a vampire situation. But he had a girlfriend, Goldie. I don't remember what her full superhero name was, but man, like when they were like describing her like movies and like that, it just the whole backstory of her, I'm like, whew, youch. Talk about what a time to live in as a woman. But he was hanging on to just one dose of V1 because he wanted her to take it so that they could live together forever, which is super sweet. And she was like, no, I don't want to, like, which is
Yeah.
valid. I
Oh
don't want to live
hell no.
forever. Please just let me be. Yeah. And like, that kind of sucks because that's the one thing I always think about when people are like, oh, would you rather be like a vampire or a werewolf? I like being a vampire and just watching all of your friends and family age and die is just a terrible existence a lot of the time. So I was just like, oh, that's like I get why she didn't want it, and she was like, we can still be together. Just I'm just going to. She was already like in her. She's like what
Yeah,
in
she's
her
in a nursing
70s or something like
home.
that. So she's already on the older. Yeah, she's in a retirement home, so she's over the age of 65 for sure. And she's like, I want to get old and I want to die. I don't want to live forever. And so he was just holding on to that V for her because he's like, I know you'll change your mind. And she did not. But basically Soldier Boy took that from him. But the theory that I've heard is that because Soldier Boy exploded bomb site, that the effects of V1 where basically like because when Soldier Boy does his little like chest explosion thing, it like gives off radiation. So it theoretically like altered the V1 and maybe like nullified it or even like turned it into its own like virus and then they stuck it in a Homelander and maybe that's how he'll either lose his powers or he'll die. I'm like, that would be an interesting thing to
Yeah,
see happen.
it would be interesting.
But as of right now, giving Homelander the fact that Soldier Boy was like, you can take the V1, and that absolutely blindsided Sister Sage was a 10 out of 10. Sister
And even
Sage
Homelander was
drives me
confused. He was
insane. I
like,
do not
"You
like
ate
her.
me."
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you don't like me as your child, and I barely like you as my dad, but I do like you as my dad. So what is happening? Um, But I'm hoping that means that Soldier Boy has at least two brain cells to rub together and has some kind of
Hmm.
plan. But also, Eric Kripke, who's the writer for the show, was like, I fear that the audience is going to retroactively judge the show based on the series finale. And the fact that you're scared that people are going to judge the entire show based on the finale makes me nervous.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
No, and like I feel like very few shows have good series endings. Like Supernatural, I hate the last episode, but I do know the last episode originally was supposed to be different, but because of COVID, they couldn't do what they wanted to do. And like I've heard the original concept, so I'm like, okay, me and all of at least my friends that I know of, we just pretend like the last few episodes of Supernatural don't exist. Never happened. Sam and Dean are off somewhere hunting some
They're living their
things
best
and
life.
saving people forever in all eternity. They really are. So the fact that Kripke's like, I don't feel confident that this is going to be a good ending makes me
Yeah,
worried.
that is a little worrisome. Why would he say that?
Yeah, and it's like, ugh. Also, to both, I know Kripke and all of us who watch The Boys would really like him to stop predicting the
Yeah, I wish
future
they would
as it
stop doing that too. It's
happens.
freaking me out a little bit. It's like The Simpsons.
Literally, except it's worse because it's like it's like live. It's like simultaneous. At least Simpsons is like, hey, this is gonna happen in 20 years, whereas like The Boys is like, actually, it's gonna happen as this episode comes out. Yes, we are going to erect a gold statue of our Lord and Savior Homelander at the same time that the current president Cheeto of the United States is also going to erect a gold statue of him, and we need to pray to that. Like, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
0 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It's really freaking me out a lot.
Yeah, I needed to stop. I listen. The Boys is supposed to be like the most fucked up version of our universe, right? Superheroes not in it for the heroics, they're in it for the money. You know, got a bunch of jacked up parents that jacked up their children to make them superheroes. It's not supposed to be, there's not supposed to be real
Yeah.
life events.
Well,
Also, like Ashley, who is still one of my favorites. She's so crazy. I love her. She's
yeah.
basically Voldemort from the first Harry Potter. She's got back Ashley happening, which I love the fact that we call her back Ashley. But like, is somebody IRL gonna be Voldemort? Like, I don't need Voldemort in real life. He was bad enough in fiction. I don't need
Yeah,
him in
no,
real
thank
life.
you. But also we do like Ashley and back Ashley.
Back Ashley. Have you seen there is a girl, she's a Twitch streamer. I don't know what her actual name is, but she looks like she could be a sister of the actress who plays Ashley, if not a twin. Like they look so similar. So everyone's like, "Oh my god, Ashley's playing video games." And one of the comments was like, "Back Ashley's definitely calling the shots." She's predicting the
Yeah.
future. She's helping out, and I'm like, yeah, back Ashley for the win. But yeah, so she's the poor Twitch streamer is like, I'm not actually the actress. Like she played into it for a minute because like, haha, funny. But she's like, no,
I'm
guys,
not
really, I'm
Ashley, I
not
swear.
the actress who plays Ashley. I just really look like her. So kudos to that girl. She's became a Twitch streamer at the right time because there's an actress that looks just like her. But yeah, I do love back Ashley. I didn't understand quite how all of that works because like Sage like chloroformed
Ashley.
Ashley, but back Ashley was still like able to talk and stuff and like control her body just like backwards. So I'm not sure how that works, but I do love back Ashley for sure. I also like that she has the power to read minds. They were just like, you know what, Ashley could use back Ashley that could read somebody's brain. I also like when they had to read Soldier Boy's mind, and Sage was like, "So what was like?" And Ashley was like, "It's terrible in there. It's so terrible."
Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!
I'm like, yeah. Oh gosh. So I don't even want to know what Soldier Boy was thinking. Also, I don't remember. I don't think we talked about this last episode because I think it was after. But R.I.P.
Yeah.
Firecracker.
Rip
She did.
Firecracker. Honestly, that's okay. She was
Yeah.
kind of annoying.
Oh, I love Fire. Listen, I didn't like her at first, but I do love Firecracker. I do think she's hilarious. I also just loved her outfit.
She did have a good
She
outfit.
had one of the
She does
best
have a good outfit. I
superhero
will admit
outfits for
that.
sure. Yeah. I also like too because it was very interesting because she was an actual like believer in God and an actual Christian girl, and then she had to be faced with the fact that Homelander wanted to be God, and like you could see, I liked seeing her struggle of actually keeping her faith versus giving the man that she thinks is very powerful and that she knows could kill her um all of the
Yeah.
belief.
Meanwhile, the Deep is like,
Like I just her story was very interesting. Oh my god.
meanwhile, the Deep is like, I love you, Homelander. I'll do anything for you.
I love my favorite thing, which I send it to Joe all the time, is when they're trying to replicate the V1 in the basement. I assume a Vought. And they go down there, and the Deep's there, and Sage is there, and Homelander's there, and they're talking about something, and Homelander turns to the Deep, and he goes, because the Deep goes, "Where's Firecracker?" And Homelander's like, "She's in a better place," and the Deep like nods, obviously with no thoughts behind those eyes, and he goes, "Orlando?" Like, bruh, no, that is
The Deep
not what
is so
Homelander
fucking
meant.
stupid. I hate that guy.
I know. He's again like it flip flops. He's either really dumb or really smart, and I at this point in time he's really dumb, and he just happens to have really good smart moments. But like,
They're
oh my
few and far
gosh,
near, I tell you
crazy.
that.
Oh my god, yeah, he's crazy. And then when he found out about Noir's like little play stage situation, and he put an eel in the toilet, and that eel absolutely destroyed Noir's friend
Yeah.
up the butt. That was probably the most brutal thing I have ever seen on The Boys. It just didn't end. Like, we got to see the beginning to end of that sequence.
Yeah, and the boys
Full
is
send.
brutal, so it's saying a lot there.
It is brutal. And yeah, I literally think that was probably the worst thing I have ever seen. Also, that's such a
Yeah.
terrible way to die. An eel up the butt. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
I'd rather be smashed to death by what's his face?
I'd rather be lasered by
Yeah.
Homelander. Honestly, let the Deep take me out at that point.
Yeah, no, please
Not
don't.
with the eel,
Please
just
don't.
with
Get
him.
that thing away
Like,
from me.
yeah. But yeah, it was interesting though, because the Deep still hasn't, well, he personally hasn't like smushed a sea creature. He did send the eel to smush somebody else, but his um the whole like, we're gonna build a pipeline, an oil pipeline, and we need you to say that it's environmentally safe. So he does, because he's the Deep and he's an idiot. And then Noir like takes revenge by like punching a hole in the pipe, and then all of the fish and stuff die, and then like the Deep I think went down there to like try and seal it or something, and he comes out, he's covered in
I hate
oil,
that guy.
and then his poor fish friend dies.
I
I
feel
felt
bad for
bad
the
for the
fish, but
fish.
not
I
the
did not
Deep.
feel bad for the Deep.
Hate that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then poor Noir, he never gets to do anything outside of whatchamacallit,
No.
Vought.
And he just is kind of that's just there.
Yeah, did he die? Did Noir die? I don't remember.
No. I don't know.
Recently in
Yeah.
this, no, okay, he's still alive. Okay, I'm trying to remember what happened. Kimiko got to meet her idol from when she
Mm-hmm.
was little.
Goldie.
The I don't remember what her name, I just the Goldie, but I
Hang in
don't remember
there.
what her actual superhero name was. I do like that we got to see her fangirl a little bit.
Soldier Boy finds out. Soldier Boy finds out that Homelander and Stormfront were, doing
Uh,
the dirty.
every time they bring up Stormfront, I do kind of roll my eyes, because it's like, oh, don't forget, we're doing the prequel for Vought
She's gonna be
Rising. And
in
I'm like,
it.
I
Yay!
know. Yeah, because I definitely loved her in The Boys, and now I can't wait to see her in the 40s. Woo. Um, Golden
Golden
Geisha. That's what
Geisha.
her name was. I was like, I need to. Golden Geisha. Get a more stereotype kind of name.
I also
Yeah?
like the guy in the retirement home with the really long balls.
Oh, that was so
The
gross.
boys and like dick and balls is like they just have like a weird
Nasty.
infatuation with like dick and balls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're like anything we can do with the dick and
Yeah. They're
balls.
like,
10
oh,
out
we
of
can make a
10.
superhero with a giant dick. Let's do it.
Yeah, like, and now we know like what would have happened to the guy with the big dick if he actually had the
Yeah.
chance to get old.
Rip.
It just would have been
Yeah.
real saggy.
I love it.
I also really liked, yeah, I really liked too the because they were showing like the old like Vought movies, which would be like old like westerns basically in this universe, and the one guy, um like I'm looking at the things right now. It says
Oh
Big
yeah.
Chief Apache, and it was a white dude. I'm like,
Yeah. We love good times.
I
Good
was like, what do
times.
you mean? Oh my gosh, it was quite funny. I'm just like, wow. I also like to. I think one of the other older ladies, I think is named Hot Flash. I think it was
Oh
the
yeah,
lady with
yeah.
like the fire, but that was funny too. I was just like, what a name. Stormfront, I didn't really care for
Me
her
either.
when she was in The Boys. And that was before we found out about her Nazi agenda, and then she ended up having a Nazi agenda, and I was like, oh, really don't like her
Yeah,
now.
and now we get to see how that all happened in Vought Rising.
Yes, which I'm excited
Of
because
course. Ugh,
I'm not
Jensen,
excited
yes.
for her. I'm also like, that's the only. I mean, obviously, all of the like mini characters they're introducing this season that are supposed to be his old pals will be
Mm-hmm.
in Vought Rising, but like none of the boys will be in
Yeah.
Vought Rising. You know, I'm
This
like,
is
oh,
way
and they
prequel.
like they can't even, yeah, I was supposed to say they can't even like make a guest appearance or anything like that unless it's like their grandparent or something like that. But I'm like, oh, that kind of stinks.
But Jensen!
Yes, that's true.
I'm excited.
I wonder how far they're gonna push it because I feel like Jensen is just not. He's most time he's not comfortable with like a lot of the stuff that is on The Boys. So I'm interested to see how far they actually push Vought Rising. Like how vulgar it's gonna be and how bloody it's gonna be and how sexy it's gonna
Yeah.
be,
It's
you
also
know?
like the 40s too, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be lots of sexism and lots of racism.
Yay!
Oh gosh. Yes. What else happened? I'm trying to think. Got Supernatural season 16. I do love, they had mentioned in an interview that the scene that had all of the Supernatural guys in it, they did it in character of their Supernatural characters, and I was like, "Oh man, I hope we get to see that." But they did. They released it on their Instagram, that scene of them as Sam, Dean, and Cass in that situation, and I was like, "Oh my god, 10 out of 10."
Yeah.
I
It
love
is
those
sad that it's only
guys.
one episode.
I'm still sad it was only
Yeah,
one episode.
exactly.
Yeah, like what the
I was
heck?
like, oh, okay, they're actually dead? That sucks.
Yeah, yeah, they're like dead, dead. They exploded dead.
Rip.
I also love all the memes that are going around right now of like Terror the dog being the one that's gonna take out Homelander.
I
And I'm just
like
like,
his dreams.
those oh my gosh, wild. Terror. I didn't expect Terror to be the most wild one out of everybody. That's
Dude, Terror
crazy.
Terror loves Homelander.
Yeah, on a very unhealthy level.
Yeah. Also, rest in
I
peace,
was just like,
Terror IRL.
I know, the sweet baby boy.
Your legacy will
He's
live
so
on
cute.
forever.
We have what, 2 episodes left now? I
That's
think so.
it? There's only
I'm
eight,
pretty
huh?
sure there's
Yeah.
only 8.
Yeah, I think so too. There's only eight. And the last one, I think you can watch in theaters too.
Yes, I did see that, and I okay, small tangent. Um they're really promoting for the boys the like 40X situation, but I noticed in a lot of movies they're really trying to push the 40X and the D box seats. Now the D box ones are the ones that move. That like you got to like
Mm.
strap in like you're on a roller coaster kind of situation. But what's really annoying is that like so Mandalorian and Grogu comes out in a couple weekends, and the theater we're going to out in Palmdale, I want to go to because it's cheaper, because it's still only like $11 a person instead of 18. Um and they took like in the quote unquote, like they don't have any like regular showings. You can only go to a D box or an IMAX showing. And the D box ones, like not all of the seats move, which is great because I don't want my seat to move the first time I'm seeing a movie.
Fully in
Yeah, I
popcorn.
think like Twisters would have been fun because I would have seen it more than once, so I would have done that on the second time. But I'm like, for the first, I feel like opening weekend, there should be no D box. No D box. Just leave those seats stationary.
Yeah.
But they took like the center of the theater. And a lot of the theaters aren't very big because they all have the recliner chairs now. So it's like 8 rows of seats instead of like 20. And like they took like 3 rows for the D box. And I'm like, I don't you're gonna get the
Excuse me?
children that want to sit in those seats because they're children and that's what they do. But for the most part, I don't think you're gonna sell those seats. They're just going to be taking up space. So, I do
Mhm.
know that the boys, they're doing the 40X, which I'm pretty sure is the screen that like wraps around the theater. So you're supposed to be like fully immersed, but I don't know if I'd want to be fully immersed in the boys universe because, like blood and guts and
Yeah.
it,
There's a lot of
it's
that. There's a
it
lot of
seems
that.
like it would be quite a lot. And I don't know. Also, I saw somebody made a meme that was like, ah, yes, the last show on earth that I would want to watch with other people in the same room. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like you definitely have to like go with your friends. It's not,
Don't go with your
don't go with your
parents.
parents, or anybody that you do not share the common interest of the boys with. They'll be like, oh, it'd be so
Yeah.
silly, goofy fun to go see the boys. No, you do not need to be fully immersed in penises and blood.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly. I am excited to see how it ends. I'm nervous, but I'm
excited to see
excited.
who dies. Hopefully, somebody. It's
Yeah.
it's gotta be
Yeah.
it's gotta
Hopefully,
be
yeah.
Butcher or Homelander. One of them has to die. There's no way we can quote unquote end the show and have one of them still alive.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be I feel
I
like it's
think
gonna
it
be
will too, because
Butcher.
he's technically already got cancer slash sick, so I feel like he would be the most logical choice. Maybe they'll both die, and then we'll just be left with Soldier Boy. Begins and ends with him.
I would be great. I'd be amazing.
But yeah, I'm still enjoying, but I'm very skeptical. I'm already, much to Eric Kripke's horror, I'm already retroactively judging the show based on this season. I think the first season is still my
Yeah.
favorite season. I do love the addition of Soldier Boy, but like as far as like the boys goes, I think season 1 is still superior.
Yeah, season 1 is really good. It really gets you in quickly.
Yes, yes. Right off the bat. I also love too that a lot of people, because like obviously now that the show's ending and it's extremely popular, a lot of people are reading the comics that the show is based off of. And somebody was like, "Oh my god, Huey in the comics looks like Huey's dad in the show." And I was like, "Well, yeah, because the writer of the comics based Huey off of Simon Pegg, who plays Huey's dad in the show." So I was like, it is. Like that was why Simon Pegg is in the show, because Eric Kripke was like, "Hey, this character is actually based off of you, but you can play his dad." And he was like, "Okay, bet."
That'll work.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see where it goes. I I have
Me
like
too.
no predictions because it's so open ended right now that I don't know what direction Kripke would go. Like there's so many paths you can take. And we've only got 2 episodes left, so that worries me. Also, is the episode that's going into theaters, do you think it's going to be longer than an hour? Because,
I hope
yeah,
so.
I was supposed to say, because if you're going to put something in theaters, I would think it would be at least like an hour and a half.
Yeah, something at least worth going to the
Yeah, so
theaters
hopefully
for.
we do get like a big hour and a half long season finale, because that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. I also like the only picture that they have for the season finale on the International Movie Database is Homelander in the Oval Office.
I
Just that picture. That's
love
it.
that guy.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so let us know if you guys have any predictions in the comments. Also, who do you want to die? Who needs to get off of the show right
Yeah.
now?
Who needs to
Yeah.
kick the bucket?
The Deep can kick his popcorn bucket. Would you, and also would you buy the Deep popcorn bucket? Because I don't like it. I don't even like looking at it or thinking about it. But unfortunately,
No, it
it
makes me
is burned
uncomfortable.
into my retinas. So it's just gonna haunt me forever. But we hoped you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, notifications, all that jazz. And we will see you guys in the next episode. So bye.
Goodbye, everybody.